Hey, how you doing, everybody? You see what day of the week it is. It's Wednesday. So, what do we do on Wednesday? Watch Review Wednesday. Not doing a review, as you can see, all the tools are out. So, of course, it's not a review, but I am going to change the battery. If you watched last week's Watch Review Wednesday, I was doing, spring forward, the whole thing. I was changing some of the watches, just going over how to change them and stuff like that. And, it was a very basic video, but I showed a couple of watches. And I actually had put this watch out, didn't really look at it until I started doing the video, and it was not working. So I said, well, maybe next week we'll do a battery change, which I did a basic one the last time, but this is going to be, more stuff what you can do while you have the watch open. But before we get to all that, the thumbs up. Leave a comment if you want. I answer most comments. If not, I'll just give it a thumbs up if it doesn't warrant an answer. So, all that. And then, of course, there's that bell on the side there that says subscribe next to it. You hit that and you're subscribed to the video. Or the channel, I mean. Not the video. Sorry about that. Anyway, you subscribe to the channel, and when I bring out more videos like this, you get notifications and you can watch them. So please hit that so you can see all the cool videos that are coming out, okay? So now, I'm going to go over some of this stuff first. I actually had to change the video up a little because, well, we'll get into that a little bit later. Anyway, we're going to change the battery on this watch. So, these are O-rings. This is what's on the back inside your watch to keep the water out. Flashlights, there's a lot of stuff that has O-rings, but please make sure they're in good shape. If you're not going to buy a bag of different size O-rings like I have here, at least maintenance the one that's in there. And you can do that. Well, when I put it in, I'm going to put grease on it. That's silicone grease for watches. It goes around the O-ring when you put it in to keep it, flexible and holding out water. That's what it's there for. And if you heard in the other videos, I did tell you, I did used to work at a watch store. That's a tongue twister. Work at a watch store. Anyway, so I have seen people come in with watches. They either did it themselves and forgot the O-ring, or went someplace that wasn't that good and they forgot the O-ring. Water got in, the watch got rusty, and it was ruined. Sometimes you can clean it up and it works and put a new O-ring and all that. Sometimes it's done for. I've also seen someone bring in a watch which is kind of an expensive watch, and they're like, I don't know what happened, it won't do this, won't do that, I changed the battery and it's a little nasty inside. Oh, really? Oh, well, why? Oh, I wash the dishes with it on and I do the gardening and stuff with it on. Okay, let's take it apart and see. And what do you see is a crusty, broken O-ring. Didn't you replace that? No. Why? Because that's what keeps out the water, and that's why your watch is rusty now. So, maintenance the O-ring while you're in there changing the battery, because then you're going to mess up the watch. So, you have the thing to hold it, you have the piece to take out the pin, the tools to take out the pins, the hammer and all that, and the piece for the back. Now, I did say I started shooting the video earlier, and this one is not big enough for it, so we'll move this tool to the side. I do have other tools here, so I have them on the side in a box. I have a little tiny toolbox just for watch stuff. This one will definitely open up really wide and fit that to change the battery. But before we do that, you want to get everything out of the way by removing the pin. And this is also what you can do if you're changing the links on your watch to either make it bigger, smaller, or whichever. And you can see there's little arrows right there. That's the way those pins have to come out, or else you're going to mess them up, because they're like cotter pins. They have a split end on it. So if you hammer it out the wrong way, it could get stuck in there. You're going to have to break it out, and then you're replacing them. You don't want to do that unless you have to. So you just put the pin into there. You can see it'll fit into the little groove right there, and then poke it right through. And then as you lift it through, the little holder, put that to the side, the pin's out. You can just pull it the rest of the way out. I'm going to put it over here because if it happens to roll over there, I have file cabinet and stuff back there in a box with some stuff, and I don't want to go digging stuff out to look for it. I mean, I do have extra pins here, but I'd like to put what was in there in the first place there, if I can. So, as I said, I'm pretty sure I have the battery, so I will put it in here to hold it. It's not going to hold it exact, because like I said, it's a big batch, so I'm just going to hold it without pushing it all the way down. Then you're going to want to twist this to open the back. There's little grooves because it is a screw back on it. So you want to fit into the grooves. You may have to adjust it so it fits in the grooves properly. And you just turn like so. Once you get it loosened, you can pretty much just do it with your finger. Or you could just keep doing it with this, whichever you prefer. Wow, this thing's really on there. So you screw it until it pops off. As you can see, this is the O-ring I'm speak of. I'm just going to change the O-ring just so I can show you guys. You can change it. I have the little screwdriver here to pop off the plastic. Do not drop it or mess it up, because these little pins right there for the stopwatch or chronograph, whichever, you have to have those. It's kind of hard doing it. Oh, and I just dropped the battery. Good job. Hopefully it's right there. It didn't go too flying. Yep, I found it. I found it. Perfect. We had a good fall. Now, you can see the number and stuff is on the back there. I'm going to look at the number because I cannot see this little tiny number through the screen. See what the number is. Find the corresponding battery and put it in. And then we will maintenance the O-ring and all that. Well, I'm going to change the O-ring. And good God, this is small. 364. Okay. Do I have a 364? Yes, I do. I have it in that set of batteries, but I want to see if I have it in these, because this is a little better brand of battery. So, 1.3. Nope. I have it only in the one kind of watch battery. I mean, the battery should be fine anyway, but just saying. So I will get out the battery, the 364. The new one, I'm going to have to tape up this box of batteries because I don't want them moving all over and me not knowing what batteries what and have to go looking all at the back of it. So you just place the battery in. Hopefully I can do this. Throw a viewfinder. I've changed batteries before, but not the viewfinder. Oh, look at that. He did it. Now take it off. And you can see the second hand's moving. So yes, the battery is good. Now getting back. The video is going to be a little long, guys. Sorry about that. But hey, you'll learn a lot in the video. So you want to take the screwdriver, remove the O-ring just by, just going underneath the O-ring and prying it up a little bit. So you can, there we go. Almost had it. There you go. Yes, it is. Wow. It actually needs to be changed. So good thing we're changing it. And you just try to find the O-ring that is that size in your bag of O-rings. It's kind of a large one. I know I have larger ones in here, and it's going to be that one most likely, because most of my watches are big. So hopefully that one fits, because I don't think I have anything bigger. And like I said, you're going to want to put the grease on it so it keeps the O-ring fresh. Because as you can see, that one's shriveling and dying. So you just want to open it up. It kind of opens like, you know, the bag of chips or whatever you get at, oh, that one's going to be a little tight. I'm just taking it off. You just laid into the groove on the back of the watch. I just want to see if we can actually make this one fit. Because I don't want to put it together with that crusty O-ring. And it does actually fit perfectly. So, you just pull it around the side there and put it in like so. Clean it up a little bit, which I did before, but I'm just going to clean it up again. And before we continue with that, which I should have done first, was put this piece in. I'm focusing more on the O-ring than getting everything back together. So you put it in like so. Make sure it's laying down flat. Make sure the buttons are attaching and everything. Then you open up the grease. You can just open it up like so. Open it. Shake out the little container of grease. There is, you know, a screw cap on it, and then there is a second little pop cap. Just put your fingers in there. And of course you're gonna want to clean your fingers after this, because this stuff gets pretty sticky. You're just gonna rub it in there. I should have done that on here, sorry. I'm just gonna want to rub it in there. Make sure you grease up the O-ring and around the O-ring, so when it goes back on, you have a really good seal. Like I said, that's what keeping the water out. That's what makes your watch waterproof. So you do not want to not have that in there. I do have some hand sanitizer on the side, so I'm just going to clean up my hands a little bit, because it's going to be kind of hard to put that together if I'm sticking to it. So after you do that, you place that on there. You can start turning it by hand to get it started. Then you just put your tool in, go in the opposite direction to tighten it. It's a little bit longer video than usual, but hey, I'm trying to get every aspect of this, because like I said, this is what makes your watch waterproof. So you do not want to mess with the waterproof part of the watch. Don't do it too tight, and I just hit the camera, sorry guys. But don't do it too tight, just tight enough, because it doesn't have to be extremely tight, because it might break. Just clean my hands a little bit more from the grease, which I should put in. Did I put? No, let's put it to the side. Put it back in the box, so when you put it in your tool bag. And as you can see, everything's working perfectly fine now. I'll set it later. You guys can watch the other video if you don't know how to set a watch. It's fine. And the pin is over here. I put it on a little business card I got from the car wash. So, which I haven't washed my car in a while. So I just noticed that you can take the pin out on either side. And yes, some watches are capable of doing that. So this is one of those. So you just, either side. If not, if it has the one-way arrow, you got to put it in on there. So you put it in the one side, line it up, push it through, put it on the hard part here, because you don't want to bang it through or whatever. Use the soft part of the hammer right there, the plastic. That's what it's there for. And you can make sure it's in by just pushing it a little bit with that. Because if you're going to hammer and use the other part of the hammer, the metal part, you're banging on the bracelet, and you're going to have a dented, scraped up bracelet, which I don't think y'all want. So there you go. Changing the battery, maintaining its waterproof ability, I guess you could say. So thank you so much for watching, and I do appreciate the support, everybody. If you have any questions, comments, or anything, please leave it in the comment section below, or if you want to hit me up directly because you have a problem with a watch, feel free, and I'll see if I can help you to the best of my ability, okay? Thank you again, and have a great day.